So our
I
next speaker today is, she's coming all the way from Saudi Arabia, my friend and guru sister, Salsabila AlHarby. And her topic today is finding balance in chaos. Salsabila is a distinguished speaker, #1 Amazon bestseller, and she's a certified trainer. Her workshop, Irreplaceable at Work, empowers organizations and employees to foster positive workplace culture and enhance performance. Today, her topic is finding balance in chaos. Let's bring on Salsabila to our virtual stage.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Olga. Thank you, Diane, for having me and for this wonderful platform. And thank you for Laura also for just setting us up for this uh, meeting here, or for this setting our mindset with the breathing and the calming, because this really was a great introduction for my topic, which is finding calm in chaos. And let me start my timer here. Yes. So chaos, of course, is inevitable and it will happen. It's like something we cannot, life happens. And it's just the mindset that we want to, have to be able to shift from chaos to calm. So today I'll be sharing with you some tips, and it takes, actually, Olga asked me in the interview before this presentation, what tools am I going to give? And I told her tools are always available. But what mindset do people have to use these tools? Because you can go and Google tools, from here until forever. However, if you don't have the mindset to use these tools, it's going to be just a waste of time. So today we're going to talk a little bit about mindset, and one great way is the breathing that Laura already took, the weight off of me to speak more about it. So she did a great, wonderful job. Thank you for that. And this was like really totally new information for me, and snake breath and all of that. So, and then the other part will be some practical tools for time management and so. So let me share my screen here. All right. So, finding calm in chaos. I just want you to imagine that kids are screaming in the background. They want their iPad. The telephone is ringing. The doorbell is ringing. The courier is outside. The food is on the stove. And you have 10 minutes to go and attend your meeting. And imagine that you're calm and you're doing this, as Laura just showed us, right? And you're breathing and smiling and talking to the kids like, it's okay, we'll get there. And you answer the door, and you're able to, like, maybe ask someone to answer the phone, and you're just in that beautiful state. How possible is that? So I want to see in the chat, how possible is that for you? Peace is not the absence of chaos, but it's the presence of calm. And calm comes within. And you know what? It's always a work in progress. It's always going to be a work in progress. Not often someone said there, if I breathe, maybe it will make it easy. So, and it's not easy. And yes, understood. It's not easy, but it is possible. It takes practice. And if we always keep our mind. So today, that's why I'm going to share several things here today. And hopefully that will take us to, you know, a state where we are able to um, um, be calm in as many situations as possible. Trying to turn my page here, and I think my computer is really slow, but I will definitely keep calm. Okay, so let's see here in the chat. When was the last time you felt truly calm, and what helped you achieve it? Or maybe you just want to write down on a note or something, but really just remind yourself, when was the time that you felt truly calm, in spite of all like little no big, you know, things, but just like what happened to Laura now. She turned on the TV, goes on itself and all of that, and you know, so you know, in situations like this, when were you able to really keep calm, and what helped you achieve that? So it's really important to reflect and remind ourselves that, you know, can't remember last week. Great. I was walking in nature. Beautiful. Beautiful. I remember, since you were walking in nature, I remember having a walk, and we have these stray dogs, you know, they try to get rid of them. They come on, some of them are really aggressive. So I was walking in a place allocated for walking. So there was like nice, like at a little park. And then these three huge dogs passed in front of me. And it's like I could have panicked, but you know, I held my calm, and they did too. They had their heads down, and it's like they're crossing to the but we had really, you know, there was all like every year you hear these accidents with dogs. So really keeping your calm. So yesterday morning, Terry, hello Terry, miss you, you know, during meditation. Okay, great, great. So it's great. Meditation helps us, but you know, I also encourage and invite you to practice being calm in your normal daily life. And even when situations in life happens, you're always keeping that calm. So I want to go to my next slide, but my computer here is really calm. You know, I appreciate the calmness of my computer, and I don't know what's happening. So yeah. Okay, there we go. Understanding chaos. So what's chaos? You know, chaos might mean different things to each one of us. Okay, maybe the kids yelling in the background and the phone ringing is just absolutely fine, and that's my, you know, daily life, and it's like I'm having the greatest time of my life. And maybe just so to some of us, maybe just a little knock on the door while you're working is something that's chaotic for you. It's like, I told you I'm busy, right? So it's a state of complete disorder and confusion. But how do you interpret really that confusion? What does that mean to you? Maybe a little tick might be maybe a little fly in front of you, like that's confusing, right? That's really irritating. Or maybe, you know, just, you know, any lots of things are happening and you keep your calm. And it really goes back to what we're focusing on. And what we focus on, our emotional focus determines our response. Whether we have a very stressful and like aggressive response, or do we have a depressed response, or maybe we have a calm and accommodating response. It all goes back towards our emotional home, where we used to function from and respond from. So where do you usually focus? And you know something, when stress happens and when disorder happens, we allow ourselves and give ourselves the excuse that he made me angry, she made me upset, oh that made me like ugh. And it's like we start, you know, blaming the person or the situation, and we give ourselves the excuse that we have been triggered. And today I invite you to reverse engineer that. And it's like, you know what? I'm always in a good state. And that outside, you know, circumstance is not going to trigger me because it's not about me. Me inside is a calm appreciative person, that I will not allow stress or anger or ego to control anymore. Focusing on problems increases stress by 35%, while mindfulness, breathing, meditating, changing your focus will help you remain calm 43% more often. I love this the quote by Tony Robbins, where focus goes, energy flows. So where do you focus really every time there's a certain situation? What do you look at? What meaning do you give it? And that is very, very important to, to always stop and evaluate. There is traffic. There's a traffic jam. What am I going to focus on? The podcast I can listen to, or, recalling good memories, enjoying the weather if it's a beautiful weather, or am I going to be focusing on that person that's, crossing in front of me, or, that car that's like trying to pass me and all of that? What am I going to focus on? So I love what James always tells us, James McNeil, our mentor, and, who's like made probably a reason for all of this. Everything is perfect and everything is improving. And that's just always something I remember all the time. So finding calm in chaos and focusing on what went wrong magnifies chaos, and calm responses shape better outcomes. This reminds me of a story, if you allow me to say a story here. And it is, and probably many of you have heard this story, but it's just a great reminder of how we control how things go wrong or right by our responses. And you probably heard the father that was, ready to go to a very important meeting, all nicely dressed up, having the breakfast, and his daughter comes to the breakfast table, spills the coffee on him by mistake. He snaps and yells at her. She starts crying. The mother interferes, and, an argument starts, and everything is just like, everybody was upset, yelling, screaming. He runs and changes his clothes. He goes running to the office and forgets his most important papers, and goes late to the meeting and without papers. What if we just go back and just change that situation? What if he stayed calm? He would have been that late. He could have just gone to change that jacket or whatever and then left. Maybe he would have forgot. Maybe if he forgot his papers, maybe he was early enough to go and get them back. We cannot control what happens, 10% of what happens to us, like the coffee spill. But we can control 90% of how we react to those events. So 90% is our response. So how do you choose to respond? This reminds me of another metaphor that I really love. And it's about two people walking, one man walking with, it's about coffee. I don't know what's wrong with coffee, but this man is just carrying his coffee cup and was walking, and then another person comes and bumps into him, and the coffee spills all over his clothes. So can someone in the chat please tell me, why did the coffee spill? Can someone tell me in the chat? Just why do you think the coffee spilled? Just, give me, I know it sounds like a very silly question, but, just give me some answers, because you'll figure out it's not silly at all. Okay, I love that. Someone, okay. There's always a reason to teach us something. Thank you, Olga. Okay. So are people going to miss their credits? I have a bonus at the end. Why did the coffee spill? Many of us are going to say, hey, because, okay, it was supposed to spell to get our attention. Too much, whatever. Okay, so it's because someone bumped into me, because we didn't pay attention. Because, but Diane, that was a cheat sheet, but it didn't work. People didn't get it. Why did this coffee spill? Because there's coffee in the. Sounds like ridiculous, right? If there was tea in the cup, it would have been tea spell. If it was juice in the cup, it would have been a juice spell. But it had to be a coffee spell. Why? Because that was what is in the cup. So what is in your cup? What is in your cup? When someone bumps to you or a situation bumps to you, what do you spell out? So is it empathy, anger, shouting, or as Laura was saying? So what is it that comes out of you? It's what's inside. So today we want to be able to manage that coffee inside of us and maybe change it to some kind of a really nice drink. Coffee is great, I mean, but maybe something nice and refreshing and sweet. Now, I've heard someone say, and I really loved it. I was like attending this conference, and someone said, don't be like a wire, an electrical wire. Every time there's a shock, you go up and down and up and down. And, so it just reminds me here of like having this wire. And if the current goes to it, and if the current is strong, there's a really, if you are measuring the waves or the graph of this, the surge up takes it up. Surge if it's a low current, it's going to go flat down, and it's going to be up and down. And that is how many of us react. It's like a little plant, and the wind blows it left and right. And that's what happens to us when we are not grounded. We are not deeply rooted to our values and our calmness and what we really and who really want to be. So are you grounded? Or are you going to be up and down and up and down? Oh, someone yelled. Oh, something happened. Oh, it's boring. Oh, I'm upset. And all of these things. So just like having all of these different moods going on because we are not grounded. If we practice mindfulness, if we practice what to focus on, we will learn to be grounded and more calm. So this is just a little reminder of really how can we find our calm. First of all, what do you focus on? What did you focus on? Did you focus on like the coffee that spilled, or did you focus on like, oh, okay, it's an opportunity, or someone is in a rush, or someone is upset, or that little girl, she's like, she was trying to come and hug me or whatever. So all of that, what are we focusing on? The good part of the situation, or the negative part? What meaning did we give it? Oh, that person, wanted to push me. Oh, that person wanted to do this, and they mean this, and they mean that, and this means this, and this is going to happen to me. Instead of like saying, hey, worse goes worse, worse goes worse. I've heard this from a couple of trainers. They say when it's something really bad happens, it's like, how fascinating. How fascinating that is. Instead of like, because there's always a lesson. There's always a lesson. And when we start making meaning, it triggers our emotion. That person, never liked me. It's like, oh, it's like, okay, so what emotion am I going to vote? Or that person really meant to just like, say that to me or push me or pass me like that. And it's like, emotion. Or maybe the doorbell just never stops ringing. It's like frustration. What emotion do you nurse? Maybe the doorbell never stops ringing. This is just a welcoming house. How lovely that is. So Who do you become when you get that emotion? Who are you at that moment? Are you the person you really want to be? Are you the calm? Are you the angry? Are you the ego? Are you the upset? Are you the frustrated? Are you the depressed? Are you the one hiding back? Who are you? And based on that person, because of that emotion, because of that meaning you made, you come up with a decision. We're getting a divorce. Maybe. That's like, you're grounded. I'm not talking to you. Or maybe, oh, this must have been having a very bad day. Tell me more. So, where are you and who are you when you make those decisions? So, I would like to give you 1 minute if we have the timer. I don't have the timer. Just give you 1 minute to write down. And I want you to reflect on a past situation that was a little bit, kind of a rough one. And tell me, what did you focus on? Not tell me, tell yourself. What did you focus on? What emotions what kind of emotion was triggered? Who did you become? And what decision did you make? So let's take a minute. If you don't have the timer, I can go and start. You have a timer? Not? Okay, I don't see a timer. Okay. Okay, let's start. And, in 1 minute, I'll tell you when it's ended. Write down a time when you had a situation that was a little bit rough. What was your focus, your emotion? Who did you become? And what decisions did you make? Five seconds to go. That's it. Okay, I hope you were able. Were you able to, can I see in the chat, were you able to come up with something and like did it make a difference? Does it make a difference? You see? Maybe I could have done better. Maybe I did very well. And I'm glad, I'm appreciative. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. Okay. So there's this rule called that Tony Robbins uses this rule a lot, the 90-second rule. And it's give yourself, we're human. It's okay. Give yourself 90 seconds. 90 seconds. Okay. Maybe you're upset. Maybe you're angry. You're frustrated. Process the emotion and reset your focus. Give yourself 90 seconds. And this takes a lot of practice. But every time you find yourself, it's like 90 seconds. I have 90 seconds to do this. All right. And then I'll reset my focus. And again, breathe. A relaxing breath, as she started with six, Laura. I'm giving, I'm being very, very, keeping it on the low side, but doing the inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds. And this will help you relax if you can do this repetitively, maybe for 1 or 2 minutes. This will help you just, if you do this as a practice, your system and your cortisol is going to be low, going to be much less. So when you're faced with different situations during the day, you're already on the calm side. So you're able to focus more. And there were like lots of different types of breathings, as Laura said, that really help, help your mind be calm. And but this is just the basic, and it's like, everybody can do this, and really recommended. And ask yourself a question: who do I want to be at this moment? And are my decisions helping me? Reflect. Maybe every week, take a note and say, how many times did I get upset this week? And who was I? And where did my decisions really take me? What direction? And something, if we want to be calm and we want to reduce chaos, there's a lot of other work other than our mindset. Also, there's this external thing that we need to do. And I love, the saying, take the time to make the time. You need time to make time. You need time to reduce the chaos. You need time to meditate. And I love what Gandhi said. I have so much to accomplish today that I must meditate for 2 hours instead of one. Because it all starts here. It all starts with planning, with mindset, with calmness, clarity. When you have all of these, you're able to navigate through your day with mindfulness, with wisdom, and with calmness, and make the right decisions for your day. Now, there are lots of proactive strategies that you can do. Time boxing is a very important one, and it will take time to time box. So put, this is the time from 2 to 4. I'm going to do my emails and I'm not going to do anything else. And if it's 4, I'm going to stop and leave and do other things. So this is time boxing. It's really great. You can search it, for the sake of just time. I'm going to just have to mention these. Energy management. Are you a morning person? Are you a noon person? Are you an afternoon person? Are you an evening? When is your best energy? That best time of energy, block it for your best work and for your hardest work. So you want to do time boxing, but you want to also do when is my best energy? Energy management. Time mapping. This is really great. So because when you do time mapping, you know where your time is being wasted. So I just map my time for the whole day. And most people spend 4 to 8 hours surfing and watching TV. So where is your time going? It's like, I have absolutely no time, right? Do the time mapping and see where is your time going. Prioritizing, that's important. I'll give you a great tool for that. Self-care meditation reduces medication. So it's not medication, it's meditation. Mindfulness and mindful breaks. Do take breaks. You deserve breaks other than the vacation, little breaks, small breaks within the day, within the week, within the month. Setting boundaries, we'll talk a little bit about that. And gratitude, always just have, that appreciation. See what you can appreciate in the situation. And sleep hygiene, having good sleep will help lower your cortisol and keep you calm. Now, this is a great tool, the Eisenhower tool. Some of you know it, some of you might not, but this is the urgent important matrix or the priority matrix. The lower part is for the not important. The upper part is for the important tasks. The left side, on my side here, the do delegate, is the urgent ones. The not urgent ones are on my right side. So first, put in the do urgent, important in this here, this upper left, do square, the most important projects you need to do. And these are the must-dos, the ones that you don't want to delay. They are important and they are urgent. And then on the box below it is the urgent but not important. Telephone is ringing, bell is ringing. I need to pick up some things from groceries. I need to do that. Those are important things, okay? But they are not urgent. You can delegate those, right? Sorry, They are urgent, sorry, but they are not important. You can delegate them. You can give them to someone else to work them on your behalf. So they are urgent, but they are not important. You're not gonna lose your promotion. You're not gonna like lose some, lose a life or anything on this. It's urgent. You need to do it, but it's not very important. I can delay it, I can delegate it, and so many things can be done on this part here. This The upper right part is something that you need to schedule because it's important, but it's not urgent. Let's say a checkup, a routine checkup, nothing like we're not having heartache, and then that becomes important and urgent. But if just a routine checkup, then you need to maybe schedule it, have it on schedule. It's important, but it's not urgent. Also, there are different tasks. So someone said exercise here. Okay, exercise, if it depends, maybe you want to exercise 3 times a week instead of every day, right? So, or it depends on you. Maybe you want to scratch exercise and you want to put something else there. What is it that you need to schedule and you need to do? And it's very important. However, it's not urgent. You can, spread it on around the week or the month. If we go down to the not important, the not urgent, and this is where most people spend their time. And this is the box to eliminate. You need to eliminate here. Task in this box, you need to eliminate. But most people live in this elimination box and they don't eliminate, they live there in the not important and not urgent. Why? Because it's so relaxing. It's nice. It's easy. It's a comfort zone. It's where we watch Netflix forever and serve and just, spend time doing non-productive tasks. How many of you, live in which one of these boxes? So as I said, the upper part is important. The lower part is not important. The left part is urgent. The right part is not urgent. Where do you live? So I want to add also there's a must do versus, we will have a little practice here, reflection, but just the must do's versus the do not do list. I've heard this and I thought this is brilliant. We all know the to-do list. Okay. But because of the important things, what about a must-do list? A must-do list. So out of your to-do list, what is the must-do list at this certain time? And then I love the do not do list. Because as soon as you know that the do not do's, you'll be able to avoid it and say no to it. Now, I would like you to just reflect. I will not give a minute for this because of we're running on time out of time, but I would like you just to write this down or maybe take a screenshot and do it later on. Create a list as the following: 3 must do this week and 3 not to do this week. 3 must do this week and 3 not. Maybe you don't want to stay up late. Maybe I will defer watching that, series. 3 must do this week and 3 not to do this week. Part of the proactive strategies and the time to make time is decluttering, making a space that's nice and clear, and you don't have to stumble on, you don't have to keep looking for your keychain every day, you don't have to keep looking for your glasses and where did I put this and where is my nice tie, it's like, where's my black thing, and it's declutter. Make it a practice, 10 minutes a day, and prepare. It's like, oh, I didn't call the babysitter, oh, I didn't get this. Prepare. So make it part of your daily practice is to prepare things ahead. Who do you want to cover for you? What activities do you want covered? And then the decluttering. It will take time, but it will save you a lot of time. Outer order contributes to inner calm, Ruben said. So setting boundaries. And there are so many types of boundaries, whether physical, emotional, energy, material, intellectual. Which boundaries do you want to set? Okay, protect your personal space, emotional, safeguard your emotional energy. If you're sitting with people who are so negative, if you can, just not sit with them at all, great. If they're your family, please, limit the time. Maybe you want to put some earplugs in, or headphones or something. Just like protect your emotional energy. Maybe you're watching the news all the time. Protect your emotional energy and protect your time. And know when you have all of these priorities set, you have the confidence to say no to non-essential tasks. When you don't have things set and time boxed and all of that, you will not know. And they'll say, let's go have some ice cream. And say, yeah. And you just leave everything and forget. And say, oh, I'm late I didn't submit my project and all of that. So good fences make good neighbors. So protect your priority. The takeaways for today, hopefully, is focus on solutions, not problems. Use the 90-second rule. It's okay, you're human, 90 seconds, and snap out of it. Breathe and prioritize. Live in the upper left quadrant, not the lower right quadrant. Preparation reduces chaos and promotes calm. So I invite you to commit to practicing one tool today. Can you practice one tool today? And remember, life is 10% what happens to us, and 90% is all our doing. As Charles Swindoll said, 90% is how we react to it. Finding calm is a choice. So I hope that, and I wish you a happy new year filled with calm, beauty, and accomplishments. Thank you so much.
Oh, wow. Let's give it up for Sally, as we so lovingly love to call her. I mean, this is so amazing. Is there any, Olga, did you notice any questions in the chat? The chat's been busy, Salsabila. There's a lot of comments, and I was taking a whole bunch of notes. And this is just, I love the give yourself 90 seconds. And it just flows. Bring us, and you brought us right back to meditation reduces medication. And going back again, so Laura Marie just set up this whole show today, and it just flowed right into your message. So is there any questions? You can put your hand up. We're running short on time, but we can take a question or two. If for Sally, if there's any.
I don't see any questions. People are saying thank you so much. They love your energy. They love your presentation. Lots of great quotes. Everything was amazing about it.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Yeah. And as I said, there's like for I don't know how we can catch this, but I'm offering to two people a 30-minute high performance coaching. So if they want to just direct message you, Olga,
Me?
two people, if they direct message you, then we can capture the first two people who want to have the high performance. Yeah.
I think we got Kiki in the chat. I think you got your two people there already. Kiki, I see Mother Miranda.
Oh, okay. Oh, Mother Miranda, you can coach me, Mother
Mother
Miranda.
Miranda, yes, okay.
Okay.
So
We all know that Salsabila comes all the way from Saudi Arabia. So she's going to coordinate with you. And we thank you so much for your presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
So